Good evening. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I'm going to begin today with Matthew chapter 12, verses 1 through verse 21. Working on the Sabbath. At that time, Jesus went through the wheat fields on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry, so they were picking heads of wheat and eating them. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to him, "Look, your disciples are breaking the Sabbath law." But he said to them, "Haven't you read that David, when he and those with him were hungry, he went into God's house and broke the law by eating the bread of the presence, which only the priests were allowed to eat? Or haven't you read in the law that on the Sabbath the priests in the temple treat the Sabbath as another day and are still innocent? But I tell you that something greater than the temple is here. If you had known what this means, 'I want mercy and not sacrifice,' you wouldn't have condemned the innocent. The human one is Lord of the Sabbath." Healing on the Sabbath. Jesus left that place and went into their synagogue. A man with a withered hand was there. Waiting to bring charges against Jesus, they asked, "Does the law allow a person to heal on the Sabbath?" Jesus replied, "Who among you has a sheep that falls into a pit on the Sabbath and will not take hold of it and pull it out? How much more valuable is a person than a sheep?" So the law allows a person to do what is good on the Sabbath. Then Jesus said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." So he did, and it was made healthy, just like the other one. The Pharisees went out and met in order to find a way to destroy Jesus. Healing the crowd. Jesus knew what they intended to do, so he went away from there. Large crowds followed him, and he healed them all. But he ordered them not to spread the word about him, so that what was spoken through Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled. "Look, my servant whom I choose, the one I love, in whom I find great pleasure. I'll put my spirit upon him, and he'll announce judgment to the Gentiles. He won't argue or shout, and nobody will hear his voice in the streets. He won't break a bent stalk, and he won't snuff out a smoldering wick until he makes justice win, and the Gentiles will put their hope in his name." And that's where we'll stop with Matthew today, chapter 12, verses 1 through 21. And now we're going to go on to our psalm for today, which is Psalm 15, a psalm of David. And as you all know, I love David's psalms. Who can live in your tent, Lord? Who can dwell on your holy mountain? The person who lives free of blame, does what is right, and speaks the truth sincerely, who does no damage with their talk, does no harm to a friend, doesn't insult a neighbor, someone who despises those who act wickedly, but whose honor those who honor the Lord, someone who keeps their promise even when it hurts, someone who doesn't lend money with interest, who won't accept a bribe against any innocent person. Whoever does these things will never stumble. And that was Psalm 15, a psalm of David. And lastly, for today, we're going to read Proverbs chapter 3, verses 21 through 26. Integrity of wisdom. My son, don't let them slip from your eyes. Hold on to sound judgment and discretion. They will be life for your whole being and an ornament for your neck. Then you will walk safely on your path, and your foot won't stumble. If you lie down, you won't be terrified. When you lie down, your sleep will be pleasant. Don't fear sudden terror or the ruin that comes to the wicked. The Lord will be your confidence. He will guard your feet from being snared. And that was Proverbs chapter 3, verses 21 through 26. Okay, guys, that was our Bible reading for today. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Looks like a beautiful day out there here in Ohio. Anyways, here in MacArthur, Ohio, the sun's shining, and I think they said it was in the 50s out there today. So it's a lot warmer, and sun's shining real pretty. Hope you guys are getting to go out and enjoy this day. I get to see it from the window, so seeing a beautiful day from the window is more than what some people can do, so I cannot complain, and I would not complain about that. But I hope you guys are getting to enjoy this wonderful, beautiful day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, I'll see you guys all again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye, guys. God bless.